What's up guys, Alfredo here with some Halo 4 commentary for your earholes one time. Of course, this is gameplay that makes me look way better than I really am at the game of Halo. These are released every week on Thursday, so make sure you catch them on the weekly. Now let's go ahead and set up this match. The map is Haven, the game type is King of the Hill. This week, I'm switching it up a little bit. I'm using the battle rifle with Arctic skin. My armor ability is the hologram. My tactical is fast track, and my support package is dexterity. Now guys, I want to touch up on a subject that came to mind a couple days ago while I was visiting my grandma's house. I was sitting there in the kitchen eating, homemade lumpia because I'm partially Filipino, and my grandma pulls out this big duffel bag. Ooh, get it! And she tosses it right next to me. Man, I was not ready for what was in this duffel bag. I reached in and I pulled out a Tamagotchi. Who remembers Tamagotchis? I had one. I wasn't like other kids in elementary who had 5 or 6. That was too much responsibility for me. That took too much time. I had one of those. Right next to that was a bunch of tubes. Just tubes, like 4 or 5 of them. I was like, what is this? Opened it up. Pogs. Full of Pogs. All different kinds of characters, artwork, everything. I don't even remember how to play Pogs. All I knew is that was all the rave, and everyone dealt them like it was drugs. Like, I had a bunch of Pogs. Next to that was a crocodile. I guess it was like a crocodile game. He had teeth, and the object of this game was to push down all the teeth he had until, trying to avoid the quote-unquote sore tooth that would make him snap at you. That was probably one of my favorite toys growing up. I had that. Next to that was, I guess it was a board game. Woo! Get it. Perfection, I guess it was called. It was this board with like all these different shapes, and it had a timer, and you try to drop in all the shape pieces in time. I had one of those. Next to that was just a bunch of Happy Meal toys in general. There was also a Super Soaker, a couple of Nerf guns, which, guys, Nerf guns nowadays, they have evolved. There's sword shield, not today. Swords, shields, chain guns, it's crazy now. There was also a 3D Viewmaster, that little thing where you look in and pop in all your slides. I had a bunch of Disney slides. There was the yo-yo with the brain. Oh, that made it so easy to walk the dog. I felt like a yo-yo master every time I had that thing. Then, just in general, there was a bunch of just random toys. Oh, the betrayal, look at it. There was a bunch of toys that was from Chuck E. Cheese, like the bird that balanced on your finger. There was the sticky hands that you toss on like your friends' faces or the glass. Then there was the Chinese finger traps. Notice how all of those toys from Chuck E. Cheese were all the cheap ones. That's because I never had that many tickets, because I spent most, if not all, of my tickets on the Jurassic Park game. That was the game at Chuck E. Cheese to play if you had any sense of what to play at Chuck E. Cheese. Next to that was a pair of Heelys. Man, I forgot about Heelys. Heelys were dangerous though, because if you're at the mall, on the marble, you just glided. Now, if you're outside and you hit a pebble, that thing would send you flying. So I was terrified whenever I was outside, but that wasn't going to stop me. Now, there was also, it wasn't a Polly Pocket, but it was like the male version of the Polly Pocket. I had one. Ooh, got him. I had one of those, and oh man. Pulling this out made me smile. Power Rangers, the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Megazord. I had the Megazord that detached, and it became all the different dinosaurs. Then you could put them back together. But most importantly, next to that was the Power Ranger action figures with the flip heads. The ones that had their faces, and then you push the button in the back, or like the switch in the back, and their heads would flip. Every single time you push that button, you knew it was morphin' time. Ooh, get it. Now, reaching further in, there was this red binder, like this huge red binder, and I was thinking to myself, maybe there's some childhood doodles here. Oh, look at him, he wanted me. But even better, full of Pokemon cards, all the original Pokemon cards, the energy cards, the holographics. I even had Ancient Mew that you got from watching the Pokemon first movie, which I don't even know if that's playable. I had all the original Pokemon cards. Actually, no, I'm lying. I had all the original Pokemon cards, except for holographic Charizard. I didn't have it, but my sister had it though, which made no sense to me, because she only collected that because me and my brother collected them. So she didn't really care, but she knew it was important, so of course she didn't want to give it up to me. Oh man, I wish I had that card. Now, next to that was a couple Yu-Gi-Oh cards, and Yu-Gi-Oh was fun. Now, I have a question for you guys this week. What do you like better, Yu-Gi-Oh cards or Pokemon cards? Now, think about that, because off the bat, I'm thinking automatically, okay, I like Pokemon cards. But thinking even deeper, I liked collecting Pokemon cards, but I think I like playing Yu-Gi-Oh cards even more. I could be wrong, but make sure you let me know in the comments down below, or tweet me at Alfredo IGN. But then I thought to myself, moving forward, what about the toys that I didn't have? Furby, the marble game Crossfire, Skip It, Sock 'em Boppers, Bop It, Doodle Bear. I know, okay, well, Doodle Bear was more for girls, but the fact that you can draw on the bear, toss him in the washer, and then draw on him again, that was cool. Now, looking at all these toys, I went to the closet to see if there was more. There was my sister's dollhouse. Now, my sister's dollhouse, there's a long story there. I'm going to try and make it short. That dollhouse sent me to the hospital because one night sleeping, my brother, who was sleeping next to me because we were young, turned over, smacked me in the face. I fell down on the dollhouse. Tried to go back to sleep because I was sleepy, and I just felt liquid everywhere. Went to my parents' room, and I was like, Dad, I think I'm bleeding. He goes, no, it's a nightmare. Go back to bed. I run to the bathroom, gushing blood everywhere. Short story even shorter, I ended up going to the doctors and getting 8 stitches from my sister's dollhouse. I hated that thing. I still have that scar to this very day. But guys, I just want to thank you real quick because you guys are awesome. Every week you leave me great feedback. And remember, leave me a bunch of feedback. I'm still new to this. And if you guys ever want to play with me, make sure to tweet me at Alfredo IGN. I'll let you know what I'm playing, when I'm playing, so we can all play together. One big happy Halo community. But that's it. I'm going to go ahead and wrap things up. That's this week's commentary. Hope you guys liked it. Make sure to subscribe, comment, and share this video. And I'm Alfredo, and I'm out.